Module 1.11. Identify the red flags early. So as we went through a bit the steps and the interview process, this is like a practice. You will get more used to it and trained to identify the red flags. But once you see them, they mean something, and it's important to see them early in the process and verify if they have a foundation. But I share with you here what are my top red flags after this practice and after having talked to many candidates and interviews. So first is motivation mismatch. So motivation mismatch is really when you start to ask a question about the motivation of the people, what they're looking for, or why they quit different jobs to get what. You get a good sense as well that what they're looking for. And for example, if they're looking for status, recognition, promotion, and there again, nothing wrong about it, but you don't have a structure that can support to give immediately a promotion, or you're just starting and so there's no place for promotion at all. It's really important to, from the beginning, to cut it really from the beginning and say clearly, look, this will not happen where we are because it's not where we are. And be super honest, transparent from the beginning, and it's a favor for the two parties. So understanding quickly, if you see there's things that the candidate is looking for and you know that you will never be able to provide it, at least with your knowledge of the present, it's better to say it now and see if the person is fine with that or not, and let them, get out of the process if indeed what you have to offer is not what they're looking for. Character inconsistency, another red flag for me. Inconsistency is usually through different interviews and discussion. So for example, when I see a candidate has had a great interview with one step, but a terrible one in the other, where other things were said or showed, this makes me think, okay, there is something inconsistent. And after a series of interviews, when you can see that the candidate is not very consistent in the behavior or in the impression that he or she gave, it is a red flag because it shows maybe there's not even clarity from the candidate of what they want, or maybe a bit of manipulation. So I would watch carefully this one as well when you start to see incoherent and inconsistent results through the interview steps. Another one for me is about talking bad about past companies. And we all know, we all have had sometimes bad experiences in different places. And yes, games is hard. It's a stressful environment sometimes. And yeah, there are things as well, everybody has bad experiences. But it doesn't matter then in the present where it has happened, it's the past, and maybe there were some reasons, circumstances. You never know the context about it. And it doesn't give a very good impression when somebody comes out of a bad experience, bad job, bitter, angry, and really talking bad about past colleagues or companies, because even if they are right to be angry, they will bring that anger, that negative energy, unfortunately, in the new place. So this is where, as well, I take it as a red flag. And it's really nobody's fault. I really understand that there are sometimes really damaging experiences in the workplace. But what you do about it and how you overcome this to, bring another energy, positive energy, and create something better is really up to the candidate. And that's what I would like to see, and not, the attitude of complaining or ruminating the past. And another red flag here, bad references. So again, when you have a candidate, and sometimes you have the official references from the candidate, but game industry is a small world, and it's really easy to know somebody who knows somebody and who knows somebody. And for me, it's a very bad sign already when there's a candidate and I hear consistently from several people, oh, it was bad to work with this person, that person was not behaving well, etc., etc. So it gives also awareness for candidates, because sometimes it has happened to me, and I give clearly the feedback to the candidates. And it's an opportunity for them to understand as well that when you live in your past workplaces in bad conditions, it follows you, unfortunately, and it follows you in new jobs. But nevertheless, this is one of the red flags I see. And I wanted to share other flags, more orange, but it's some that you can also spot in interviews. It's more profile I call opportunistic. So really, you ask the question, why did you apply? It's like, I need a job, or I need to leave a country, I wanted to move to Europe, or I'm looking for something, just checking here and there. And at least for me, it's an orange flag, because I really want people who are really motivated to join our team. We are small, every new person joining matters, and I don't want to feel that the person came by opportunity and then leave in 6 months because they found a better opportunity. So watch for this one. And frequent job changes, very common when you see through the CV, ask questions about it. Why is it? That's many changes over the past years. Sometimes there's a good reason for it, sometimes there's not, so it's something I will inquire. And at last, and it's not an easy one, that's why I put it orange as well, because it's not that black and white, but emotional instability. What I mean by that is when people are sometimes not in the best situation personally or have been professionally, and they may come with some baggages. And this is where as well it's tricky, because even if we can care for people as candidates with problems they have when they go through the process, it is not our responsibility still to hold it in the workplace. And it's important to understand that if you onboard someone with a situation, a particular or instability in this moment, it will affect also the team that you have worked hard for, try to really protect, to keep a good environment. So it's something as well to be aware of and to inquire as well. What's the situation? If it's something you believe that we can overcome, or is it something you're not sure and it's better, to also stay away and it's fine.